Buying my first vehicle in Canada was a task and a half. Yo, I think I almost got scammed, but stay tuned for the details. So while working on the food truck, I came across lots and lots of different people, doctors, lawyers, mechanic, all bag of things. Like if you're new here and you don't know what food truck I'm talking about, for my first 2.5 years living in Canada as an international student, the entire time I was an international student, I worked on a food truck. So anyways, one of my regular clients, our customer clients, G's and P's, one of my regular customers, not clients, he was a mechanic, but I didn't know that. He was almost an older Jamaican man, maybe 50, if you want to call it that, 50-year-old. And I didn't know he was a mechanic until one day he came to the food truck and he had on his monkey suit. And your monkey suit is like grease monkey, the overall, the blue one that has grease on it, mechanics, like, yeah. So I was like, yo, you're a mechanic? And it's like, yeah, certified, doing this for 15 years. I was like, all right, can I have your number? No, I'm working on this food truck with having no desire in the real time, in the moment, not to purchase a car because I'm an international student working 20 hours a week. I can't afford a car. But after I finish school, a girl going to get a job and a girl going to get a car, just like how it happened, right? So I took his number and I had his number for like 2.5 years. Like I had his number for a while. I never spoke to him, whatever. And whenever you would stop by, I say, yeah, when I'm looking for the car, I'm going to link you, yada yada yada. So when I got my corporate job, and I was working in the corporate job for 1.5 years. Yeah, 1.5 years. And then I got a promotion that required me to come back to work. Now, the 1.5 years that I worked at that particular position, in that particular position, it was COVID and we were at home, and that job was a remote job. It became a remote job. Beautiful, but when I got promoted, I needed to be physically in the office. And now I live downtown, which was about 15 minutes away from where I worked. Uber was like $25. So I was like, no, bro, better buy a car. So shopping around for a car by myself, I messaged the guy. He was like, yeah, whenever you're ready. I'm telling him what my budget is. I'm showing him options and whatever. And he had this thing that he's always saying, whenever you're ready. And I'm like, I'm ready now. Like, I'm showing you options. Like, I'm ready now. Like, I have to go to the office in 2 weeks. Like, and I had a part-time job. Imagine me working 2 jobs and having to take bus to go to both of them. But yeah, anyways. So I said, all right, come and meet me at this car dealership. These are the 2 cars I'm looking at, and we're going to the car dealership on a Saturday. One of my other friends, she came with me and we went to the car dealership and we're looking at 2 cars. One was a 2017 Honda Civics. Beautiful car. And another one was a Mazda 3 2017. They were both the same in value. So, he came there and he saw the car and I'm like, I like this car. And he's like, first of all, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Why are you buying such an expensive car? Something that he probably should not have done, because you're here to test drive or to make sure that the car I'm purchasing is okay, not to give your opinion about my spending habits, right? Needless to say, I really appreciated the fact that he, enough of himself and said certain things that he probably should not have. But, it's like, yeah, you're a new driver in Canada, your insurance is going to be $300. And your car note is probably going to be $400. You're going to be spending $700 on the car every month in the middle of a pandemic. What if you lose a job? I said, all right. Real talk. That makes sense. So, all right. I found a cheaper car. Now, this is a Toyota Corolla. And this was like $5,000 difference. The other 2 cars were $17,000. and this car was $12,500. Bro, things start getting really tricky at this point, right? So my friend is there, I'm there, the guy is there. So we're test driving the Corolla, and when we got into the car and doing the road test, the man said to me how much is for the car. So I said it's 12,500, and he was like, oh, we can get this to 10 easy. We can go in a dealership and get this to 10, but me nah do it. But you nah do it. But you nah do it. What you mean? Like, I'm seriously never do it. So we got back to the car dealership, and me and my friend go inside. Of course, we don't know nothing about the car. We don't know how to negotiate the car. Like, literally, the salesperson knew that we didn't know anything, and they stand firm on the price that they were offering, and the mechanics stand outside. So me, I like how him taught this big game about, oh, you just come into Canada, and as a fellow Jamaican and you're a young woman and stuff, I want you to actually, you know, reserve some of your money and not buy such an expensive car. But you can reduce the price on a car, but you're not helping me to do that. You literally tell me that to my face, right? All right. We went outside after we talked to the dealership, because the dealership, they just can't, like, them dead set. This is the price and this is what it's going for. Cool. Went outside. He was like, what happened? And I said, nothing happened. The price is what the price is. So I said, all right, when you're ready for me serious, you just let me know. We're literally at a car dealership. I have the down payment for the vehicle, and I'm picking out cars, and you're gonna tell me when I'm ready to be serious, we can, you know, do the thing. So I was like, all right, cool. We went home. I was talking to my friend, and she was taking me home, and she was like, yo, Daniel, it's just this man. I was like, I don't know him, right? I don't know anybody. I'm new to Canada. I don't know any other mechanic. So she was like, Daniel, he said to the man, something not right. He's advocating that he wants to help you, but when the opportunity presented itself for him to help you, he actually didn't. So me, I say, yo, bet that's a true, you know, like a true. So anyways, go home, start looking at other cheaper vehicles. It's like you can use a cheaper vehicle in an older vehicle, which I do have an older vehicle now, older in years, but are older in model, but in terms of the appearance of the thing, it not have no rust on it, it not have no wear and tear on the exterior or the interior. It's just older. Anyways, so I went home and I was looking for a cheaper vehicle. Now, cheaper for me is like $5,000, because I didn't want to buy a vehicle after him give me that little pep talk about spending money and yada, and I was saving along the way to say, all right, if I can buy a vehicle, I can spend X amount on a vehicle cash up front. All right. So I went online, I was looking for cheaper vehicles, and I showed it to him, and you know, yeah man, I'm just working with your pace right now. I was like, I don't understand what is your point in this process at this point, because I don't understand. I am doing everything for myself, and everything that I show you have a problem with. So like, are you going to offer to show me something? I said, by the way, I asked him up front what his fee was, because a girl, I gotta pay for your service. Like, I don't want you to think that you help me out, so me have to return something in favor to you, because that never gonna work for me. So anyways, I'm there talking to him. I'm saying, oh, we can link up Saturday. So I said, what am I linking up with you for Saturday? I met with you Saturday before and nothing happened. Why would I want to see you again for another Saturday? So nothing else can happen? So it's like, no man, you know, when you're ready to get serious. I said, you keep saying that. You have been saying that from the start until the very moment that we're in. What do you mean by? And if I have the screenshot, if I can find the text message between me and this guy, bro, I'm gonna blow him spot up, but I will mark his name out of it. But I'm going to show the conversation. So he's going back and forth, like, when you're ready. So I was like, you keep saying when I'm ready, in quotation mark. What do you mean by that? What is it that I must do as the person, as a client of you right now, to say that I'm ready for a vehicle? Hear the man to me now, no? I must just give him the cash in hand and him bring a vehicle come. I say, listen. Are the quickest I stop talk to somebody. Is the quickest I stop talk to somebody. Like, excuse me, sir, you think me's an idiot? Me must give you my cash in hand. I don't know if I'm a tin, like a tin of paint. I don't know you. Right? Me have the dead cash in hand for send me to buy a vehicle. You can imagine if me giving my cash money and him gone with my money and I don't know for call police and say, oh, is this person, that person, him name this and him live here, so not, you know, that's the deal. But on top of that, he like didn't want to include me in the process of getting my own vehicle. He wanted me to provide him with the cash and then he provide me with the vehicle and the deal done. So I stop talking to him, like, cut it up. So, I have nothing else to say to you because at this point, you're crazy, sir. You are crazy. Anyways, call one of my professors and I told her that I was having trouble. See, I'm telling you, you have to network and keep in contact with these people. I called one of my professors and I was venting to her. She's like, oh, I have a mechanic. You can go to him and, you know, he would help you. I called the mechanic, say 2:30, and him say, what is your budget? And I told him what the budget was. And him say, you want an older car? Yeah, I try to look at newer car, like what's the thing, like what's the deal? So I explained to him, say, you know, I want something to take me to work and bring me back home and for do my little grocery shopping, because I don't drive out of town. I don't drive out of town in my own vehicle. Like if I go, I will go with a friend and I will be change driving position, passenger position, and we take the workload. But I don't bring my own vehicle out of town. I don't trust my own vehicle at all, like as per se. But anyways, I said it to the professor and I spoke to the mechanic, and within about 20 minutes he called me, and he called me with a list of vehicles and the location where the vehicles are. Okay, that was easy enough. I mean, literally easy enough. 20 minutes and he got, you know, options for me with the budget that I had. So the following day, because this is a Friday, which is a Saturday, he said, you know, the lady is going to meet you at the location. They don't really open on a Saturday, but she know that you're coming, and I told her that, you know, you're a credible source and you come from the professor, so, you know, go and talk to the lady. And I brought one of my other friends with me. I'm a buy a car up on the spot. I bought this car on the spot, right? But, you know, a part of it was really, the really complicated part of the situation was, excuse me, the really complicated part of the search for a vehicle was like, on one hand, there were persons telling me to buy a newer vehicle because, you know, old vehicle will get problem. But what they're not saying is that your monthly expenses for a new vehicle is going to be high. I know people paying $1,000 a month on their car, between their car payment and their car insurance. $1,000 a month on a vehicle. I couldn't afford that. I could not afford that. So another part of the conversation with other persons, they're like, buy an older vehicle, not because it's old doesn't mean it's going to give you a problem. My vehicle gave me a problem one time within the year since I've had it, and it cost me $800. And there are people who are paying $800 per month for their annual, for their financing of a vehicle. So long story short, I'm very happy with my purchase. I'm happy that I do have a car note. I'm happy that I get to go around, go to places that I want to go to and do what I have to do, and I don't have to bother people. But I nearly get scammed. The man nearly scammed me. Nobody can listen to this and tell me, say, I'm not correct in my theory. That's scammy business. That whether I was going to get a lemon for a vehicle, or, you know, he was going to get a $2,000 vehicle and then give take the rest of the money for himself. I didn't feel comfortable with giving him money and then he just brings me a vehicle. Like, that's how you're doing business, sir? Oh, I've been doing this, I do this, so a lot of persons like, okay, all right, if you say so. But thank you guys for watching.